In and Out of the Kitchen by Damien Trench. The Supplement. Sunday, February the 6th. It has been several weeks now since my partner Anthony and our ever-dependable builder, Mr. Mullaney, decided to go into the business of house renovation together, and it's not yet something that I feel that I have fully come to terms with. Anthony seems worryingly confident as ever, and is convinced that his financial and logistical skills, coupled with Mr. Mullaney's undoubted building acumen, will enable them to tart up some dilapidated pile and sell it on for a handsome profit. I've always been somewhat wary of Anthony's fearsome habit of leaping both feet first into absurd schemes, but I'm sure both he and Mr. Mullaney are all too aware of just what invaluable help I could offer vis-à-vis designing a practical kitchen layout, something that I have many times daydreamt upon. Where to position a butler sink, for instance, optimum shelf heights to allow storage of and brisk access to an 8-cup cafetiere, and which surfaces are most scuff-resistant when subjected to the daily rigours of a weighty bread crock. The real problem is that Anthony and Mr. Mullaney, though still only at the planning stage, are convinced that the shed-cum-office is too cramped for their needs, and have thus taken over the kitchen table. The poor thing is positively groaning under the weight of bank details, investment plans, building supply costs and so forth, and just when I need the space the most. Since I somewhat reluctantly took on the role of editor for a Sunday paper's monthly food supplement, a task that fills me with not a little dread, I have needed constant, unfettered kitchen access to check and double-check recipe details, proportions, and so forth. This morning, by way of example, it was absolutely vital for me and our readers, I might add, to measure the heft of my current pestle and mortar, as I'm toying with penning a side-by-side comparison of various brands. Could I get near the thing? Could I sausages? With two large men poring over spreadsheets and muttering about yields, I may as well try to cook in the stationery cupboard of an investment bank. I was about to become, I think it's fair to say, uncharacteristically territorial and shoo them out when the phone rang and I was forced to scuttle up the stairs.
Damo!
Ian, you've just prevented me from a most unpleasant outburst. What a tremendous service you provide. How are you?
An outburst, Damo. Anger is our enemy, as is panic, and presumably cybercrime and the like.
I don't doubt it. You sound well this morning? Oh, God, is everything all right?
Everything is fine, Damo. Everything is absolutely, completely, resolutely fine. In fact, Damo, do you know, I have never felt better, and I'm not just saying that, I'm living it. I am the literal proof of my own...
Pudding?
Yes, although I shan't be eating puddings ever again. Refined sugar plays giddy havoc with my lipids.
Never say never, Ian. If someone told me I would never again be able to plunge spoon first into a crema catalana, then I would probably shoot myself in the head. Really, rather hard. But I'm glad to hear that you're still living healthily.
Oh, Damo, I've excised the badness from my life. No carbs, no gluten, no alcohol, no sugar, no dairy, no meat.
Goodness, whatever's left to eat. Packaging?
This morning, après yoga, I had a bowl of quinoa with cinnamon and flaxseed.
Well, of course, I'm thrilled for you, Ian. Couldn't be happier, but I've rather a lot to be getting on with this end. Did you call just to express the magnificence of your life? Is there more?
No, Damien, all good news today. I have actually a rather tempting offer for you. Cracking telly job. 26 eps, possibly BBC.
Oh, Ian, I don't know. I really don't feel television suits me. Or I her.
Your horses, Damien, do try to hold them. It's about street food. Each week you set up a stall and cook for the public, every week a different cuisine, a wonderful take on world food.
Street food?
Exactly. You love street food. I mean, you're always banging on about the best meal of your life being that curry of eggs you bought from a man on the side of a road in Uttar Pradesh.
Yes, well, I was rather backed up at the time. It was
Besides, the formats have been a winner in Norway. Street and Eaten or something. Food and Ruden.
Even so, apart from anything else, I really don't think I have the time, Ian. I've got the Food Monthly to write.
Damo, you don't need to work all hours on a pull-out for a Sunday paper.
It is a supplement, Ian, not a pull-out.
Yes.
And then there's the wedding, and every spare minute I have is devoted to table plans, to clothing, to cloth, to invitations, to flowers. Honestly, it is a nightmare that I could well do without.
Damien, the money that this BBC job would pay could cover all of that. Oh, you could get married 3 times over on these wages.
I wasn't planning on bigamy, Ian.
It's not peanuts, Damien. It's great big nuts. Brazil ones. Coconuts, even. They'd like to meet ASAP. How's this afternoon looking?
This afternoon? I mean, I don't even... Where is it? What would I even wear? I appreciate the offer, Ian, I really do, but lucre itself is not enough to persuade me of its artistic worth.
Livy Hollinshead's producing. She did that thing about terrines on BBC 4.
Oh, no, that I did like. Oh, that was excellent. The Capers episode alone was as robust a defence of the licence fee as I have yet heard or seen.
It also says here that she had a hand in that Ned Sherrin biopic.
Oh, well, I did enjoy that, actually, yes. wasn't Sheridan Smith good?
God, unrecognisable.
Even so, Ian, I'm afraid...
Now, hang on. I'm just scrolling down the email, and I quite forgot to tell you the proposed title for the programme. Street Food.
Well, that's not very imaginative.
Street Food with Damien Trench.
I mean, so my name would be in the... Well, I mean, I suppose it does have a certain... Look, what time did they want to meet?
Good man, Damo. Josephine will email you the deets. Mustache. Got my mindfulness session at 2, and there's literally no point in me doing it if I haven't had a pair. Ciao.
Loath though I ever am to allow myself to be lured by the empty promises of the magic rectangle, I suppose one day I shall have to submit to its gruesome joys, if that is what the public wants of me. And I suppose if Anthony can carry on with his new scheme, then I should probably have one for myself as well, no matter how ill-fated they both must be. Monday, February the 7th. Ian had arranged for us to meet Livy Hollinshead at the National Gallery Cafe, a suitably august building to deliberate artistic deals, yet at the same time one with an impossibly loud cafeteria. It sounded much the same as a Jackson Pollock painting might, were you able to turn paintings into sound, which might very well be why they'd done nothing to dull the din. The combination of wooden flooring, a high ceiling, lightly shrieking Europeans, and unbelievably resonant crockery and cutlery made for an ambience somewhat akin to being backstage at the Eurovision Song Contest, I imagine. Anthony forces me to watch it. He says it's good for me to take in low and high culture. I balance the low with the high by drinking a bottle and a half of a simply gorgeous Malbec and surprise myself by getting rather angry about the flawed voting system, but I digress. About how much we enjoyed your series about terrines on BBC Four.
Such a fascinating subject.
Well, is there any chance of a second series? Presumably not if it's BBC Four. They don't really have the tendency to do that, do they?
Idiots.
Famously stupid. Now, oh God, it is rather loud in here. We could go somewhere else.
It'll be fine. So, Damon, we'd absolutely love you on board. Street food is so wonderfully current, and the sheer variety is what... Oh! Is that a fight?
No, I think someone just dropped a plate. Gosh, it really is quite resonant. They ought to put a few tea towels up from the gift shop to dampen the sound or something.
What a clever idea, Damo. Man's a genius, Livy. 100 ideas an hour, and all of them bonkers.
Yes, thank you, Ian.
Can't wait to see him on screen. Absolute live wire. Great in front of an audience.
Yes, thank you, Ian. There won't be an audience, will there?
There won't, no.
Oh, that's good. Now, listen, does it have to be street food?
Yes, it rather does.
I just feel, personally, that eating outdoors and using one's knees as a table can render the best dishes quite awful. I've been to weddings like that when the marriages themselves, they've never lasted.
I'm sure we can debate the actual logistics of eating the food. What we're really after now...
Anthony and I, we're very clear about this for our own wedding. No finger food, good weighted cutlery. I mean, this is why I fear the format may not suit me. This teapot... Oh, God, no, it's pouring all over the tap. Look at that, what a terrible spout. Under the art gallery. Oh, Livy, it's... Livy, I would get up, it's coming towards you, Livy. Sorry, everyone, sorry, just a cup.
Are you all right, Livy? Do you want some air?
I'm fine. I don't think caffeine is actually such a good idea in there.
Maybe we should call it a day.
No! Let's push on. Right, the public see you, Damien, as untapped.
Do they?
Oh, yeah, like a vintage wine waiting to be uncorked.
Well, I don't know.
You're dependable, an experienced man who follows tradition yet maintains high standards.
Well, I've always strived to uphold my values without being lured in by the gaudy trappings of the zeitgeist, yes.
So it will be delightful to see you out of that comfort zone, wrestling with octopus balls, improvising a paella, whisking up a Polish golonka.
I don't want to compromise my standards for the sake of short-term appeal. I mean, you should look at Ray Jarrow if you want that.
I hardly think he would be right.
No, he wouldn't, would he? Of course, another way of looking at this would be to say, look, if the public wants more of me, who are we to deny them?
And that's where the co-host comes in.
Co-host? Now, hang on, this wasn't mentioned.
We've always envisaged this as a two-hander.
Livy, I think I would find it incredibly difficult to work with another human.
Caroline Moody?
No. Is she still,
alive?
Cooking?
Yeah,
sorry.
both. Like 70 plus, but fit as a flea. She will be the tradition, the oak. And you, Damien, the sapling, will bring in you, and together, you embrace it.
Gosh, Caroline Moody.
It was a job to persuade her, but she was very keen on you.
What? Caroline said she wanted me?
Oh, she's certainly aware of your work.
Oh, well gosh. Well, I mean, I would find it difficult. What I mean is I would... Well, it's a challenge I would welcome.
Oh!
No, I'm sure it's just another mishap with the teapot. They should replace their stock. It's not functional.
No, that actually is a fight.
Oh.
OK, right. No, we should probably leave. Come on. It was indeed a fight. An Italian teenager had provocatively lit a cigarette and was rightly chastised. The whole thing came to blows, and it made the 4th page of that day's Standard under the headline Art Attack. It was an abrupt ending to the meeting. I promised to think things over, and we hurried out, Ian and Livy back to their respective offices, I to repose on a bench in Trafalgar Square, my ears still ringing from the noise of the cafeteria, and my head, I must admit, positively spinning from the mention of Caroline Moody. I simply cannot overstate her importance in the genesis of my career. Hers were the words that first inspired me to don apron and whisk egg, and I do not exaggerate when I say that her books got me through my teenage years. A Soft Breeze Through My Kitchen, her seminal work on Breton provincial cooking, is still my utter go-to when researching anything from the French canon, and I treasure every other cookbook, Wind in My Pantry, A Gust in the Larder. I've even read her rather maligned work of romantic fiction, Grown of the Grove, in which a Tuscan farmer and a blind widow find true love. Rather saccharine in places, if truth be told, but worth it just for the detail on training and pruning olive vines. All this flooded back as I sat opposite Nelson's column, considering the noble lions at his feet and wondering quite where lay my place in the pride of cookery writers. I would always be a footling cub next to the Elsa-like majesty of Caroline Moody, I feared. My reverie was broken when I remembered my looming deadline for the Sunday supplement, and I hurried back, trying hopelessly to put thoughts of Caroline from my head.
Anthony, I'm back.
Oh, you're still in here.
Yeah, not much longer, Mr. Trench.
You really have spread out. The cabinet war a bit.
Yeah, if we get the groundwork right, we can hit the whole project running.
Yeah, we nearly got a cast-iron business plan in place.
Just need to chat to the bank about what kind of loan we can expect, and Mullany and McIlvenny property developers are in business.
Oh,
Look, I'm fully behind you both. I really am, but I do need to work in the kitchen, given that it is my primary and its sole working environment.
Yeah, as well as your study.
Yeah, as well as my study. That is for the written side of my work. This is for the practical.
We're not going to be long, yeah? This is important.
Yeah, well, so is my supplement. I mean, would I come in and saute in your shopfist, Anthony?
Well, there's no gas, Damien, so I don't see how you could, since you refuse to saute on anything else.
Well, I'd bring a gas stove in.
Well, that'll be a fire risk, Mr. Trench. There really isn't the ventilation.
I am just making a point, Mr. Mullany. I mean, how would you feel if I came to your place of work and somehow involved a parsley in the building material process, put it on your hammer? I don't know.
I don't want to cause a fuss. Anthony, we can just work on this later.
No, just ignore him. So, look, we'll be done in 10 minutes, Damien.
It is a principle of territory.
It's a kitchen table.
Please.
No, fine. I'll work on something else.
I hastened upstairs to my office to work on the elements of the supplement that didn't require actual hands-on kitchen research. There is a huge amount of work to be done if I'm going to make this stand out as a vital piece of food journalism. Taste tests, comparing supermarket brands, the kind of things I abhor, but a gruesome necessity if I'm to help sustain not only the swiftly vanishing world of print media, but also uphold the principles of the food industry that I work so tirelessly to maintain. As Livy pointed out, my standards are indeed high, perhaps too much so. Midway through a deliberately provocative opinion piece on the declining strength of tinfoil, I got a call from the editor herself.
Damien, it's Paula here from the Sunday.
Ah, Paula, how opportune. I can ask you firsthand where you stand on the tinfoil versus cling film debate.
This is why I'm calling you, Damien.
Oh, let me guess. Your profoil?
No, I mean your piece on radishes in last month's pullout.
Supplement. Yes, aren't they tremendous? I have been championing the Norfolk radish for years.
But an 800-word column about their history and cultivation won't get in any readers. You have to be more commercial.
Have I?
I want some proper celebs in there, some froth, some traction.
Traction?
Yeah, Mylene Class is always a good front page. You could do a trolley dash with a star, race around the shelves with Shane Ritchie, that sort of thing.
Shane Ritchie. Is he a playwright?
No.
Oh, well, Paula, trust me, I have a strong vision for the supplement, and I appreciate the lure of the famous face as much as the next man, I really do, but I was hoping that proper food journalism would really help us to achieve, was it attractions, you said?
I'll set something up for you, Damien, but seriously, everyone's under pressure here at the Sunday, so if you can't make it work, then we can't.
Is this an ultimatum?
Don't try getting aggressive with me, Damien.
I'm really not, Paula. I wouldn't. I was just seeking clarification.
Yeah, this is an ultimatum.
Oh, okay. Well, excellent. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Tuesday, February the 8th. I don't mean to criticise, but I'm not entirely convinced that Paula has the most pleasing phone manner in the world, nor is she blessed with the best communication skills, or vision, or taste. Otherwise, she really is a marvellous editor, and it's a privilege and a joy every day to work under her. And try as I might, I really can't see how to get more in tune with the modern world that Paula so clearly wants to see in the supplement. Anthony and I attempted to watch an episode of EastEnders that evening for research purposes, but it made little or no sense to me, and somebody was extremely rude to somebody else in a garage. Halfway through, we switched over to BBC 4, where we caught a quite brilliant documentary on the manufacture of shipping containers. For a channel that is so cruelly underfunded and apparently run entirely by volunteers, they do remarkably well, the plucky things. I passed a panicky night with odd dreams of trolley dashes aboard a transport ship, and my ill sleep was not helped by Paula phoning me at the absolutely absurd hour of 7:30 in the morning.
Damien, bit last minute, but I got you down for a press junket for Terminal Revenge 2.
I'm terribly sorry, Paula. I've just woken up and that has made absolutely no sense whatsoever.
Arlo Chance's latest. Screening's at 11, then you'll get a 10-minute slot to ask him whatever, and ignore the usual film chat. I want a piece on his food faves. What an action hero eats on set, what his guilty pleasures are, that kind of thing. Got that?
Right, I think I have.
Make this work, Damien. It was a bit of a struggle to get you in there, to be frank.
Right.
Oh, God. Anthony? Anthony?
What?
Anthony, I'm sorry to wake.
What time is it?
I don't know. Look, I'm sorry, but I'm just a bit panicked. Who is Arlo Chance?
You woke me up to ask me that.
Yes. No, I'm sorry. I will get you a chocolate brioche for breakfast if that helps.
He's a film star, David. He did a lot of action stuff, cars, car films, motor fighters. You must have heard of that. They've been about 7 of those.
Right, no.
Why have you woken me up to ask me this? I mean, I'll never get back to sleep now.
I'm interviewing him later today.
What? Really? Oh, that's quite... Can I come?
It's a press screening thing, quite difficult to get me into, apparently.
You're seeing Terminal Revenge 2?
Apparently so.
Oh, it's not out for weeks, lucky you. Well, if it was anything like the first one.
Yeah, lucky me indeed. I shall prepare a list of food-related questions that ought to be diverting and challenging. Do you think that Unbelievable.
I rarely visit the cinema. The smell and noise of people eating the molten slurry that passes as food leaves me nauseous, and I've never been one for action films. Terminal Revenge 2 was utterly baffling. A gaggle of poorly shaven men speaking in low, growling voices about some sort of heist. Most of them hit each other in the face, there was some running about in an airport, endless cars crashed, and someone, possibly Mexican, met a rather horrible end under the wheels of a Boeing 747. Everyone seemed to find this very amusing. I turned in my seat to see Ray Jarrow roaring with laughter. I found it very unsettling indeed, and when it was my turn to be ushered past the phalanx of PR girls and into the interview room to meet Mr. Chance, I was all over the place. In the room, a woman who looked like she'd just been given a particularly unripe gooseberry to suck told me in no uncertain terms that I had 7 minutes.
Hi, David. Good to see you.
Damien.
Eh?
I'm Damien Trench.
Good to meet you, fella. Like the film?
Yes, it's not totally my genre, but I can certainly appreciate the skill that must have gone into such work.
So you hated it?
No. I'm not saying that. It's just, it's very busy.
Geez, I ain't fussed if you do. I'm making people see him. So I'm doing something right, yeah?
Of course you are, yes. Anyway, now, I do have some questions.
Fire away, Chief, fire away.
Light-hearted one to start. Given that we are involved in a junket, I believe, is junket a dessert you enjoy yourself? Or would you veer towards a panna cotta?
Hey?
A syllabub?
Are you for real, mate?
Right. Yes. Next question. Revenge is a dish best served cold. Which is your favourite cold entree? Excluding salad.
Oh, I see. You're one of them, are you?
Well, I have never denied my...
All right, Joker. Jordan! Get this one out.
But
Ever since Ali G, you lot think this is funny, don't you? You come in here with a stupid made-up name, David Trunk or something. Wind me up with stupid questions. What are you for, mate? Prank show, eh? E4, is it?
I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. Look, I've just got a couple more questions.
All right, funny man. Come on, time's up.
Tinfoil or cling film?
Get out.
Look, I know the way. I do not need to be... Ow! I do not need... Ow! All right, thank you.
Recipe. In moments of distress, the best place to channel one's nerves into is the whisk. And so here is a recipe which requires quite the forearm workout. Rum junket, for it was just that, with whipped cream and orange blossom. For this, you will need a pint of best quality heavy whipping cream, 1 pint of full-fat milk, if you can find a reason for them not being organic, I don't want to hear it. A few drops of orange blossom essence, a level tablespoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of rum essence, a teaspoon of rennet, and a palmful of grated nutmeg or ground cinnamon. Or both, let's go mad. Warm the milk to blood heat, about 37 degrees Celsius, more if you're furious, along with the sugar and rum essence. Stir in the rennet and pour the mixture into a basin large enough to hold it, obviously, and appealing enough to serve it from. Cover and leave to stand in a warm place for about an hour, or until set. For the whipped cream, chill the mixing bowl and the cream right up until just before whipping. Sprinkle a few drops of orange blossom essence in before cradling the bowl in one arm and going at it furiously with your balloon whisk. You can use a handheld electric mixer if you really must, but it's a joyless experience. Whip until you've created soft peaks. If you really are seeing red and take the cream too far beyond whipped, it can be saved by stirring in a tablespoon or so of cold cream to correct and smooth it out. Sprinkle the junket with spice and serve cold but not chilled with a generous dollop of the cream on each portion. Perhaps offer a bowl to your partner and builder as a bribe to make them leave the kitchen. Paula wanted something on her desk by 3 that afternoon. I really had very little to draw on from the experience, and still shaken from being forcibly manhandled by Jordan, the exact nature of whose involvement I never really fully understood, as well as the sensory overload of the film itself, I scribbled an admittedly disorderly column about airline food and the production of vegetarian rennet. Not 10 minutes after pressing send, I received an email asking me to contact Paula in person. Immediately.
Tell him. He's not getting any more. He's fired. Go on.
Paula, hello, you want...
Bloody astrologist does 2 eps of the right stuff. Thinks he can up his fee.
The right stuff is...
This article, Damien. What is going on?
I might have veered off topic a little.
It's not that you're a bad writer, Damien. You love your subject. That comes through.
The passion is in the ink, as I think...
But this is a light-hearted pull-out.
Supplement.
You're just not connecting with our readers. You're not punching through.
Right, well, I'll adjust something in this month's piece then.
No, Damien. You finish as of now.
But, Paula, I spoke to Arlo Chance, and he...
Did you read Ray Jarrow's interview with Arlo this morning? He bloody hilarious. Totally smashed it. Now, he's really got something.
Yes, well, he has his subject and I have mine.
Which is why he's replacing you on the pull-out.
Supplement. What? He's taking over Ray?
Yeah, he's got some great ideas. Going to visit school canteens with Zamo from Grange Hill. A column called Toast of the Town, where celebrities talk about their favourite spreads. Rod Stewart's picked Gentleman's Relish. Now, that's what I call journalism.
It seems a little inconsequential.
Inconsequential? I've had a phone call from Arlo Chance's people that was very much consequential, Damien, accusing me of sending a spoof reporter in to interview him. What the hell did you do in there?
I asked my questions and he got angry. What was I to do? Maybe his blood sugar was low.
You messed up, Damien. Really messed up.
I messed up. I, Damien Trench, messed up. God knows that I can take criticism. It goes with the job to parry the inevitable brickbats that are hurled towards those of us who are brave enough to voice our opinions on cuisine. I have suffered humiliation before. A Guardian journalist once described a recipe of mine for mulligatawny as perfectly satisfactory, but to be told bluntly, after all that I'd done, that I had messed up, was hurtful in the extreme. If the printed word rejected me, there was only one way to recover my self-esteem. I was standing outside, taking some rather deep breaths, when my phone rang.
Damo, I've heard from Paula Weaver.
Already?
She doesn't mess about, does she?
In my defence, Ian, I can't pretend to understand or enjoy some gruesome, unintelligible film and then pander to the whims of its supposed star. And if Paula...
Oh, forget her, silly woman. Always banging on about traction. Well done you on dodging out of that waste of your talents.
You think so?
Oh, yes, Damien. You can do better than scribble for a pull-out.
Yeah, exactly. Pull out. I can do better, Ian, and I will. I've come to a decision. I will take the BBC job.
Great news, Damo. Livy will be delighted. I'll email her right away. I am, in fact, doing it now. Damien would be delighted to be involved. There. Splendid. No cold feet anymore. Damien Trench, TV star.
Oh, well, I don't know about that.
Oh, drat. Now I've tipped tofu into my lap.
Oh.
Oh, well, no bother. I'll let it dry, then I can probably scrape the worst of it off with my car keys. Oh, now this is from Livy. Gosh, she's quick. Magic little fingers. Okay. Delighted to have him on board. Newsflash, re Caroline Moody, now unavailable to film for personal reasons.
Oh, goodness, is she all right?
Not great in the mornings, apparently. Replacement yet to be decided. Kiss, kiss, Livy. Oh, that's how she spells it. I always thought it was with a Y.
Oh, dear.
But you're still in.
Oh, yes. Yes, Ian, I am. Yes, I am. I am. Yes, Ian. Yes, I am.
I returned home with something of a spring in my brogue. It had been an eventful afternoon, and just as one door had been slammed cruelly shut in my face, another rather splendid one had duly opened in a moderately welcoming fashion. I hope the door hadn't totally shut on working with Caroline, either. I'm sure she's every chance of rallying. She's one of life's great bounce-backers, as some of the more colourful moments of her memoirs proved. The anecdote in which she was arrested in Warwick after knocking out an alderman with a chair leg has a surprisingly upbeat ending. I was all ready to share my news with Anthony, but the kitchen was now empty, tidied and spruced, with a generous bunch of fresh mint on the worktop, alongside a note from Mr. Mullaney and Anthony thanking me for use of the kitchen. I'm lucky to have such thoughtful companions, really, and have always said so. I bounded upstairs to my study, ready to commence my research into street food and to start work on a new chapter of my life as happy-go-lucky television presenter.
Oh, hi, Damien. How was the meeting?
It was, it wasn't an unqualified success, but it did at least lead to some decisions. Now, why are you two both in my study?
But you wanted us out of the kitchen. So you could do your pestle and mortar business, Mr. Trench.
Well, I don't need to do any pestle and mortar business anymore. Not in the short term, at any rate. I need to use my study.
But we thought we'd be out of the way.
Well, you could not be more in the way.
Your phone?
What?
It's ringing.
Yeah, well, I should let it go to voicemail. This is far too much. I am in the middle of telling you something, or at least trying to. People wouldn't keep into...
Damien, you asked us to leave the kitchen and we did. Now you want us to leave your study. I mean, what next? Should we plan our company in the bath?
Fine. No, it's fine. Just you just keep on. Never mind me. I'm sorry, but I have had something of a hectic day. Perhaps I should allow myself a few moments of recuperation.
Just relax, Mr. Trench. You're winding yourself up. We'll be out of here in no time. Why don't you make yourself a cup of tea or something?
Yeah, fine. I'll go and make a cup of tea.
Whatever you're making one, I wouldn't mind it.
Oh, yes, fine. I'll make a pot.
Well, if you're making a pot, I wouldn't mind.
Oh, for goodness... Yeah, fine. You two occupy my study. I'll go and make tea for you both. Yes, that seems fair.
Actually, could I get a coffee? Oh, and biscuits, if there's any in there. Oh, come on. We're trying to...
Oh, this is brilliant. Oh, what now? Voicemail.
Damo, lovely chatting earlier, and listen, some very exciting news on the telly job, Damo. Caroline's out of the picture, but they've already chosen a replacement. It's that dear man, Ray Jarrow. Can't wait to see the pair of you in action together.
In and Out of the Kitchen by Damien Trench. The Panel Show. Monday, March the 21st. I have always been more than happy to martyr myself to ensure the contentment of others. Just as the Christian saints of old allowed themselves to be burnt at the stake, cut apart with swords, or beaten soundly about the head with rocks according to the whims of their particular persecutors, all in order to defend their religion, so I, in order to defend the financial integrity of mine and Anthony's forthcoming wedding, must submit to co-presenting a programme showcasing the lighter side of street cookery. Further discomfiture, as if it were needed, is provided by the identity of my co-presenter, the distressingly charismatic Ray Jarrow, a man for whom no pressing culinary issue is too big to trivialise. I would like to chew over this pudding of discontent with my agent Ian, but he has never been more conspicuous than by his current absence. Frequent and frankly frenzied pressings of the speed dial have elicited nothing more than repeated airings of an answer phone message whose jolliness serves only to salt the wound. One only hopes that Ian is safe, happy, and still firmly affixed to the wagon he so sensibly joined shortly after being found asleep at 3 o'clock in the morning outside the Theatre Royal Drury Lane with his pockets full of Maltesers.
Damo!
Ian, you're there.
I am. Apologies for the radio silence, but I know a big beast like you can look after himself.
A big beast?
What I'm saying, Damo, is that if I'm ignoring you for any great length of time, it only goes to prove that you're one of my most important clients.
How gratifying.
Anyway, you would not believe the week I've had.
I don't doubt it.
I've been in Beverly Hills, I've been in Goa, and spent most of yesterday on the southern edge of the Cotswolds sitting cross-legged in a yurt.
Really?
Well, I say a yurt. It was more like a sort of miniature Spiegel tent, absolutely filled to busting with traditional folk storytellers.
Ian, I'd be remiss if I didn't say that all this sounds harrowingly like the symptoms of a relapse.
No, it's all because we've signed Joe Cassidy.
Joe Cassidy? The Joe Cassidy? You're joking.
He's a genius, Damo. Recovering junkie, recovering sex addict, full-time philosopher, and the only man who really speaks to the kids about the way the world really is today.
I was thinking of a different Joe Cassidy, the one I know as a hotelier in Taunton.
I've been with Joe all week. It's opened my eyes. You know what he said to me today? He said to me, Ian, you've got to stop being political and start being mystical. I tell you, it's made me reconsider my support for the Lib Dems.
Ian, I wanted to talk to you about this TV show with Ray Jarrow.
It's fantastic news, Damo. Joe loves Ray Jarrow.
I see.
Says he's taking cookery away from the snobs and bringing it back to the people. Oh, you've got to meet Joe, Damo. You're very much kindred spirits.
But about the TV series.
Oh, there's something else you might like to consider. Sounds right up your boulevard. It's a topical panel show on BBC Two. All a lot of jokes about who said what in the week's news. It's called I Beg Your Pardon.
But I'm not a comedian.
They have all sorts on these shows now. Actors, reality TV stars, sometimes even women.
I'm not sure I...
Great opportunity to show another side of you. Prove you're not afraid to laugh at yourself.
Well, I suppose so.
Display that sparkling Damien Trench wit we all know and love. Just be confident and be yourself. Remember, on shows like this, there's no room for ditherers.
Well, no, I mean, I of course.
Oh, I've got to go, Damo. Joe's gesturing at me from the limo. He needs to be in Tewkesbury at 5 to address a flash mob. Speak soon.
I suppose the key thing is location.
Key thing really is profit margin and the return on the investment.
Yeah, well, obviously, I mean, those things go without saying.
Right.
Which is why I didn't say them. But they were very much front of my mind.
Any light refreshments needed in the shared office?
Office?
Perhaps some brioche or a pan of chocolat? Don't want you to starve while you're in here, plotting away.
We're not plotting, Damon. It's not a plot, is it, Mr. Mullany?
Well, we will be buying a plot.
Yeah, but no, this is not a plot. There's no plotting involved. We're men of business. We're not unconvincing Cornish smugglers in a Sunday night BBC drama.
I rather think you're putting words into my mouth, Anthony.
No, this is not a plot. We're buying a house to do it up and sell it. It's a business scheme.
Ah, so you're not plotting, you're scheming.
When can I expect this brioche?
All I ask is that you don't spend too much money.
I'm keeping a close eye on the budget, Mr. Trench, don't worry.
Damien, you have to speculate to accumulate. You have to be bold.
Cautiously bold.
Anthony, you have several attractive qualities, but sensible boldness has never been one of them.
You forget, Damien, not only did I work in the city, but whilst working in the city, I once ate 9 hamburgers in a row as part of a hedge fund initiation ceremony, 6 of them without condiments. I would call that pretty bold.
I just want you to make sure you get the best possible deal. I know what you're like, Anthony. You are a panicker.
But you are a ditherer, Damien.
The following day, I accompanied Anthony to a local auction house as he attempted to secure a suitable property for he and Mr. Mullany to, in his words, do up, in Mr. Mullany's words, fix up, and in my words, effect a change for the better to. Anthony would have preferred to have attended the auction house alone rather than, as he somewhat disparagingly put it, having Mary Ruddy Poppins sitting on my shoulder. But I, mindful of the oft-told tale about the small boy who set out, charged with entrepreneurial zeal, only to exchange his cow for a handful of enchanted legumes, resolved that no such thing were to be repeated on my doorstep, and that a guiding, non-dithering hand might help Anthony exhibit an appropriate but not excessive level of boldness. My attention was only moderately distracted by preparations for my impending appearance on the humorous panel show I Beg Your Pardon. That morning saw an electronic preparation pack for the show landing in my inbox with a resounding beep. Perusal of its contents revealed an enormous list of planned questions of a length one would have thought more suited to compiling a census or assessing one's eligibility to drive a heavy goods vehicle, rather than for producing what I believe is still called light entertainment. Given that each question would presumably require a quip, bon mot, or moment of badinage, it was clear that a Herculean task lay ahead.
Shouldn't be too long now.
Anthony, what would you say if I asked the question, who said this week I found the whole thing very difficult to swallow?
Well, I don't know. Has someone said that this week?
Apparently.
Well, then you just have to say something funny.
I thought I might say Heston Blumenthal.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's always making those elaborate dishes that are presumably, on occasion, difficult to swallow.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I always think the sign of a really good joke is when you have to explain it and then that explanation tails off into an awkward silence.
Well, this is all thoroughly supportive.
If you want to prepare for your panel show, Damien, why don't you do it at home and let me bid on my own?
I will do no such thing.
Fine.
How long is this going to take?
It's an auction, Damien. It has no fixed duration. Property comes up, people bid, people drop out, some people come in, eventually the winner emerges. You know, if you want to buy something, you go to a shop. But an auction, it's about establishing a real price based on competition in the room. It has its own rhythm. It ebbs. It flows.
You could just have admitted you don't know.
Well, I'll probably be here most of the day, biding my time, waiting, for the right moment. Mr. Mullany and I have identified 7 likely prospects. I'm expecting a real tussle, but fortune favours the bold.
You insist?
We're going to start today with lot 1. Would anyone like to start the bidding at £200,000?
Yep, over here. Yep, we're in.
The bidding is at £200,000. Do I add 220?
We're in. Are you panicking?
No, I'm being bold.
£200,000 going in once, We're going twice. Sold.
Oh, is that it?
And we move on to lot 2. Would anyone like to start the bidding at 200,000? No? Do I hear 150? No? Do I hear 75?
Were you interested in lot 2? I mean, it does already seem rather a lot cheaper.
Come on, ladies and gents. Twice the size of lot 1.
Is this the ebb and flow you were talking about?
I've done exactly what I set out to do. I've got a property, haven't I?
50,000.
Yes, I suppose you have.
Thank you, sir. 50,000. The bidding for lot 2 is at 50,000.
Damo, how are you? How are things on dry land?
Fine. What do you mean by dry land?
I'm at sea, Damo. I'm leading a life on the ocean wave.
Good gracious.
Joe and I are spending the day on a sort of yacht.
A sort of yacht?
Well, a yacht. Joe knows more millionaires than you'd expect for a crusader against capitalism.
Extraordinary.
It's all part of the paradox wrapped in a riddle inside an enigma that makes him the new Bob Dylan. Oh, no, do I mean Dylan Thomas? Well, one of the Dylans, anyway.
Well, you seem to be very much part of the entourage.
To be honest, Damo, he won't leave me alone. I was hoping for a quiet afternoon with a cranberry juice and a Margaret Atwood. But before I know it, he's ushering me up the gangplank.
How testing.
Accompanied by 3 supermodels and a vast platter of Italian ham.
Ian, I wanted to talk to you about this panel show. They've sent me rather a lot of preparation. The whole thing seems rather more complicated than one had hoped. I mean, what would you say in response to the question, who said this week I found the whole thing very hard to swallow?
You've stumped me there, Damo.
Well, you grasp my predicament. You will be able to make it to the recording, won't you, Ian? I tend to feel I need my agent close at hand during times of potential humiliation.
Of course I will, Damo. I'll see you at the studio. Ciao. Any chance of getting some of this in a doggy bag?
Wednesday, March the 23rd.
This is turning out to be a very bold investment.
Well, the thing about this place is that it's got enormous scope.
What do you think, Mr. Mullaney?
Yeah, well, you should be asking what he thinks. He's my business partner. I should be asking what he thinks. What do you think, Mr. Mullaney?
I'm not sure. Is the main bedroom through here?
Yeah, that's right. I watch how the floor's a bit...
What floor?
Well, well exactly. We can pretty much do anything with it.
I might start by putting the floor in.
What's through here? Oh, my God.
It's all right. We need to take the door off anyway.
Were there many other people bidding for this?
Well, you know what these auctions are like. You know, people coming in, dropping out, phone bids.
Didn't you mention something about the ebb and flow, Anthony?
Yeah, thank you, Damien.
I'm rather afraid Anthony panicked.
No, I did not panic, Damien. I simply grasped the nettle. If it was up to you, you'd have just dithered all day.
You didn't need to buy the first property you came across.
We did not buy the first property we came across.
Look, I'm no surveyor, but I don't even know if the whole thing is structurally sound.
Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. There's plenty of scope.
Yeah, this is worth more as land than it is a house, you know? It's barely a house at all.
Which is what we're after, isn't it?
No, we're supposed to do up a house. Now I have to build a whole Jesus house.
Well, you're a builder. You must have built houses before.
Yes, I thought you'd have built a house before.
Yes, I'm going to go out, stand by my van for a few minutes before I say something bad-tempered.
Thursday, March the 24th.
Damo! Fight the power! We shall overcome! Do you hear the people sing, etc.?
Ian.
It's time to man the barricades and take the power back to the people.
I see. You seem to be in a somewhat polemical mood.
Sorry, Damo. Just getting caught up in the sheer bloody excitement of it all. Joe and I are on a sit-in at Sussex University.
A sit-in? What are you doing at a sit-in?
We're campaigning against fees, rents and grants. Well, actually, perhaps we're in favour of grants. I may have to read the pamphlet again.
Ian, I must say I'm surprised by this development. I have never thought of you as civilly disobedient.
Well, we're not actively participating. This isn't our fight.
I wouldn't have thought so.
But Joe's very keen on expressing his solidarity, so we're sort of observing.
Sort of sitting in on the sit-in.
Sort of. But they're remarkable young people, all standing up for what they believe in. All sitting down in this instance. It's really opened my eyes.
I can imagine.
I mean, I never even knew there was a Sussex University.
Quite.
But I'm here now, and I will be sitting in fellowship with my comrades for as long as it takes for the system to be smashed.
Ian, you will still be able to make it to my recording tomorrow, won't you?
Oh, I should have thought so. I'm sure these things fizzle out after a couple of hours.
Oh, that is a relief. I feel completely out of my...
Depth?
I was about to use the words comfort zone, and trying to think of any possible way to avoid it. This whole business of being funny only gets more and more mysterious.
I'll see you at the studio tomorrow. In the meantime, I better go and rejoin the revolution. Take care.
The following morning, I left Anthony in further crisis talks with an unusually recalcitrant Mr. Mullaney, his attitude to Anthony's newly purchased property hardening like the irresistibly tappable surface of a creme brulee, and set off for the I Beg Your Pardon recording. Upon my arrival at the imposing breeze-block monstrosity that is North London Studios, I was shown to the, in this case, aptly named Green Room and introduced to my fellow panellists. The comedians Jack Thomas and Claire Laxwell, the impressionist Henry McTamney, a woman called Monica Wells, who I was told by the researcher was a TV personality in a tone that implied the term had some innate meaning, and the newsreader Evan Davis, who gratifyingly looked as perplexed to have been invited as I was. Feeling as nervous as I have ever felt outside of air travel and fate openings, I excused myself from the babble of inane chatter and self-aggrandizing statements that passes for small talk at such moments, and attempted to find out just how far away Ian was.
Damo, how goes it all?
Ian, I think I've made a terrible mistake. I'm not sure anything I've thought of is remotely funny. They all seem so confident, and for some unknown reason, Evan Davis is here.
Damo, you're going to have to speak up. I can't hear you over the noise from upstairs.
Upstairs? What do you mean upstairs? Are you not on your way to the North London Studios?
I'm very close at hand, Damo, practically on the doorstep.
Where are you?
Sydenham.
Sydenham? Why are you in Sydenham?
Only reason anyone's ever in Sydenham. Not by choice.
Ian, what is going on?
Joe's had a very busy couple of days, Damo. All work and no play, etc. So he asked if I wouldn't mind making a brief detour on the way to the studios so that he could take part in a quick orgy.
An orgy? What do you mean an orgy?
A celebration of carnality, a sexual bacchanal.
So, by the words an orgy, you literally mean an orgy?
Well, that's why I said an orgy.
I see.
Apparently they're all the rage in Joe's circle. Terribly refreshing when you're run down, he says.
I can only imagine.
Sort of like a spa day.
Ian, you're not taking part in this thing, are you?
No, Damo. Absolutely not. No. I'm downstairs in the kitchen. I expect it could all get quite exhausting, so I thought I'd make myself useful and be on hand in case anyone wants a coffee.
Sensible.
Even if I had wanted to join in, which, as I've already pointed out, I didn't, it wouldn't have been possible. There's 13 of us here, you see, and you can't have odd numbers at an orgy.
Right. Why is that?
I don't know. That's what they told me. 12's an orgy, 13's a crowd.
Ian, what about my panel show? We're due to start recording in an hour. I really need you here.
Relax, Damo. The limo driver's going to bring me over as soon as he's finished.
Finished? Oh.
Yes, he's upstairs.
Ian, how long are you going to be?
Hard to say, Damo. The stamina of these youngsters is endlessly surprising, but I'm sure I will be there by the time the cameras start rolling. Speak soon.
How extraordinarily vexing.
Sandwich?
Oh, thank you. Yes, brie and, something pink. Beetroot, perhaps?
I think it's fish.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
Difficult phone call?
Yes. My agent, he's been held up at a get-together.
Oh, no. You don't want to be worrying about where your agent is at a time like this. Do you want the rest of that sandwich?
No.
Try this one.
Thank you.
Is this your first time, when I beg your pardon?
What is this?
It's meatballs and tartar sauce.
Oh, dear.
Your agent should be here. I never miss a recording for any of my acts.
Oh, I see. So you are...
Gloria White. I'm an agent with On the Verge Management.
Right.
Do you want the rest of that sandwich?
No. Maybe I could try one of these? Third time lucky.
I wouldn't.
No?
No.
I'm grateful for the warning. Oh, Gloria, I confess to being a trifle green about the whole panel show experience. Have you got any advice?
Oh, not for me to say, Damien. My golden rule is never to interfere with someone else's act.
Of course.
Listen, don't worry. You'll be wonderful out there. You got wit, you got natural charisma, the complete package. Any agent would be proud to have you on their books.
That's very nice of you to say. Well, I'll tell Ian. He'll be thrilled.
No, don't tell Ian.
Right. I was still trying to fathom the meaning of Gloria's perhaps unnecessarily cryptic benediction when a black-clad headset-sporting underling appeared to usher us to the metaphorical scaffold that was the set of I Beg Your Pardon. For some reason, presumably stemming from one of those lengthy meetings where a ridiculous suggestion is made towards the end of the fourth hour and acceded to purely out of exhaustion, the I Beg Your Pardon set was modelled on a gigantic gaping mouth. We panellists were expected to sit on benches straddling the tongue, while images from the week's news were projected onto the teeth. It was every inch like one of Dante's visions of hell. Thrown as I was by this horrifying spectacle, I was even more shocked to discover that there were no desks for the panellists to sit behind and, consequently, nowhere to place my sheaf of carefully pre-written jeux d'esprit. I was reduced to clutching my notes between my ankles out of shot, hoping that I could squint down and make out the occasional witticisms required. The intensity of the studio lights, allied to my own feelings of insecurity, seemed almost instantaneously to induce a failure in my homeostatic mechanisms, and I found myself perspiring so heavily that it felt like my entire body was weeping. Nevertheless, I tried to laugh gamely along with the patter of the host, Gavin Colthorpe, whose own excessive laughter seemed to bear no relation to the hilarity of what was unfolding in front of him, and who used the phrase "great bants, guys" so frequently one began to wonder if it was a mantra he employed to ward off an imminent panic attack.
2 points to Jack's team. Great bants, guys. The next question is for Damien Trench, the man who puts the cock into Coco Van.
A little unnecessary.
I went round to Damien's the other day. I said, "Damien, have you got anything I can get my teeth into?" He said, "No, the au pair's out."
None of that is true.
Damien, a question for you. Who said this week, "I found the whole thing very difficult to swallow"?
Yes. Certainly a phrase that sticks in the memory.
Damien, we'll have to hurry you.
Look, I'm sorry. I've lost my train of thought. I can't see my notes. They're right down by my ankles.
Damien, final answer. Who said, "I found the whole thing very difficult to swallow"?
Heston Blumenthal? Because he's always cooking those elaborate recipes that are presumably, on occasion, very difficult, one would have thought, I suppose, to swallow.
Oh, God. I don't know if I blacked out at that point or I merely slipped into a trance, but I can remember nothing about the rest of the recording, and the next thing I knew I was standing there in the green room, Gloria White circling me as one might a wounded deer.
Damien! Oh, wow! I mean, that was really unexpected.
I don't know what happened. I think it was the heat.
You certainly made an impact.
Well, everyone else was so funny. I just couldn't keep up.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine in the edit. The public never really notices these things.
I mean, who knew that Evan Davis was such a live wire? That man is wasted on Newsnight. Now, look, did Ian turn up?
I don't normally say things like this, but from what I've seen today, you deserve more support than Ian's giving you.
Well, perhaps
Here.
I do.
Take my card. Put it in your pocket. Don't think about it. But if you feel like giving me a call in the next few days, I'm here to listen.
Saturday, March the 26th.
It's important not to get too downhearted.
I'm going to lose everything, Anthony. My series, my reputation. I should never have tried to be amusing in public.
Yes, I was actually talking to Mr. Mulaney, Damien, about the house.
Oh, I do apologise. Feel free to respond to Anthony, Mr. Mulaney.
I've said all I need to say to Anthony, Mr. Trench. He knows where I stand.
I don't like to see the two of you like this.
Yeah, well, here we are.
This is a great opportunity for us. That house is a blank canvas.
It's a canvas that'll blow away given one strong gust of wind. That's the kind of canvas it is.
I really think you should be more open-minded.
Oh, I'm closed-minded now, am I?
I'm just saying you could afford to be a little more ambitious.
Oh, now I'm closed-minded and unambitious. Well, thank you. It's good to know what people really think of you.
You're not leaving, are you, Mr. Mulaney?
I'm sorry, Mr. Trench.
I've got a frangipani tart in the oven.
Oh, lovely.
You're not having any frangipani tart, Anthony, unless you apologise to Mr. Mulaney.
I don't need to hear any empty words, Mr. Trench. I'll see myself out.
Well, Anthony, this time you really have excelled yourself. What are we going to do now?
Oh, stop dithering, Damien. Everything's going to be fine.
Fine? I am going to make a fool of myself on television and, as a result, lose my street food series. We're stuck with a property we can seemingly do nothing with, which means we've got a wedding we can't afford to pay for. And you have abused the friendship of an, in my view, unimpeachable builder. Anything I missed?
Oh, look. It's starting to rain.
I retreated to my study and sat in total silence for 45 agonising leaden minutes. I simply couldn't set my mind to anything the least bit creative, and instead spent my time deleting online invitations people had sent me for something called LinkedIn. What was the point of it all, I thought? Of life, that is. But also, I suppose, of LinkedIn, too. Damien Trench speaking.
Damo, it's Ian. How did the panel show go?
It went ungraced by your presence, Ian.
Damo, what can I offer but 1,000 mea culpas? By the time a limo driver had had his fill of the orgy, he was in no fit state to get behind the wheel.
Really?
Amazing how these things take it out of you.
No doubt.
Anyway, I am back in action and at your beck and call, just as soon as Joe and I get back from Necker Island.
You're on Necker Island?
Only for the briefest of environmental summits, trying to find more sustainable ways to live our lives.
How did you get there?
Helicopter.
Well, I expect I'll maybe see you when you get back.
Looking forward to it, Damo.
Well, we've got plenty to discuss.
Have we?
I met a lady named Gloria White.
Gloria? Oh, my God. Don't go anywhere, Damien.
And so my day of judgment on I beg your pardon had come. I felt sick at the thought of whatever lay in store for me. I suddenly started to see myself as a modern-day Howard Hughes, incarcerated in my house for the rest of my life, unable to face the public, with Anthony having to clip my fingernails and begging me to do something about all the milk bottles. Hello, Mr. Mullaney?
Damien, it's Ivan, producer from I Beg Your Pardon. How are you?
Fine. Yes, look, I'm so sorry about the recording.
We wanted to check your availability for the 19th. It'd be great to have you back on.
Really? Didn't it go sort of badly?
Horrendous. I've just been watching the edit. You're flapping around like an otter caught in a fishing net. It's hilarious. Best thing we've had all series.
All right, so I'm a sort of figure of fun.
Absolutely. If there's one thing the British public loves, it's an absolute wazzock. Some of the girls in the office say you could be the next Boris Johnson. What do you think of that?
It's the kind of statement that's almost impossible to respond to.
So, can you make the 19th?
I don't know. We ought to be discussing this with my agent.
No worries, mate. Who is your agent, by the way?
I don't know.
The next question is for Damien Trench, the man who puts the cock into Coco Van.
That's very good.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Damien, a question for you. Who said this week I found the whole thing very difficult to swallow?
I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I can't see my notes. They're down by my ankles.
Yeah, this is really good. You're very funny, in a sort of hapless, dithering way.
Charming.
This is cheering me right up. I'll pause it.
Must you? Coming!
Damo!
Ian, what are you doing here? I thought you were on Necker Island.
Necker schmecker, Damo. You don't think I'd miss this chance to see my boy's moment of panel show glory, do you?
Well,
this is what the agent-client relationship is all about. Loyalty.
Come in, Ian. What about Joe Cassidy?
I told Joe Cassidy I needed him to put down his sitar and charter me a jet to London because I have other high-priority clients, and I told him, if you're like that, maybe you should be in business with Gloria White or one of those other awful people who are only in it for themselves.
Very good.
I'd like to see Gloria White at an orgy. Oh, no, hold on, that came out wrong. Oh, maybe it didn't. Oh, Anthony, hello.
Hello, Ian.
Let's get this programme back on. I can hardly wait. Damien, final answer. Who said I found the whole thing very difficult to swallow?
Heston Blumenthal? Because he's always cooking those elaborate recipes that are presumably, on occasion, very difficult, one would have thought, I suppose, to swallow. I don't remember it going quite that well.
Well, that's the end of the show. Oh, and we can see that this week's great dictators are Jack, Monica and Evan, and this week's baked potatoes are Claire, Harry and Damien.
Means absolutely nothing.
That's it from us. Until next time, I beg your pardon.
Very good, Damien. Yeah, very well done.
Never again. I think we can all get on quite happily without accepting the blandishments of trash TV.
Do you have a property that badly needs a complete reconstruction? If so, you might want to get in contact with our new show, Extreme.
In and Out of the Kitchen by Damien Trench. The Birthday. Thursday, April the 30th.
Could you pass the yoghurt, please, Damien?
Not until you've removed that baleful scowl from your face, Anthony. Probably curdle it. That's better.
Thank you.
Oh, what is the matter? I thought you'd love the idea of a narrowboat holiday.
I have nothing against a canal boat holiday.
Narrowboat.
I just didn't have you down as a canal boat holiday person, that's all.
I think it's an ideal way to spend my birthday. A few leisurely days cruising slowly through idyllic English countryside with only nature for company.
Exactly, with only nature for company. But your mother and father, too, and Mr. Mullaney and a heavily pregnant Marion in a confined space for a week? I mean, those are the conditions...
Anthony, remember what we're celebrating, please?
Those are the conditions that make close relationships even closer, and I can't wait.
I mean, we won't be on the boat all the time. I've already devised a provisional itinerary. Country pubs, stately homes, a visit to the Museum of 17th Century Building Technology for Mr. Mullaney, obviously, but I thought it might be quite a sly move if we made it look like that was your idea. Anthony, you are going to have to talk to Mr. Mullaney sooner or later.
Absolutely, and this is the perfect opportunity, a leisurely holiday where I can take full advantage of the chance to get away from it all and de-stress by being stuck in a confined space with the root cause of all the stress.
But Anthony...
No, I understand. Apparently it is I who need to apologise to Mr. Mullaney for buying a property with my money for him to do up for 50% of a huge profit.
Well,
this trip will provide the ideal opportunity to acknowledge this elephant in the room and bow to the majority verdict and accept my apparently well-deserved public humiliation.
Oh, don't be so dramatic.
Once the floating Stalinist show trial is complete, we can put it all behind us and continue on our narrowboat nightmare.
Well, thank you for at least saying narrowboat. I hope no one's gone to too much trouble over a present. I said I hope no one's gone to too much trouble over a present.
I wouldn't know.
What do you mean? Has there been no discussion?
Well, you told us not to go to too much trouble over a present.
And I meant it.
Now whose face is going to curdle the yoghurt?
I just don't like surprises, that's all.
Oh, well, all right, then, since you ask, I've bought you...
Don't tell me. It'll spoil the surprise. It may surprise you to know that I, Damien Trench, have never liked surprises. So, when it comes to my birthday, I absolutely insist on doing things my way. A point of principle which may stem from the fact that I entered this world on the 1st day of May, also known as International Workers' Day. Admittedly, my commitment to social reform has rarely expressed itself via the barricades or the street demonstration, but this has always been the result of persistent diary clash rather than any lack of engagement. I recall, for example, being all set to partake in the anti-Iraq War March of February 2003, until, at the very last minute, I realised that I had a long-standing commitment to provide bourguignon for 8 the following day, and it would compel me to spend the Saturday afternoon saucing and marinating beef shin, and not exercising my precious right to protest. Nevertheless, I took the time to send text messages to a couple of friends who were on the march to express my solidarity, and indeed check that they'd enjoyed the contents of a light picnic that I'd helped prepare for them. All part of the struggle. Speaking of struggles, Anthony and Mr. Mullaney have not been on the best terms ever since they went into business doing up properties together. Anthony panicked at an auction and bought a house so decrepit that, as Mr. Mullaney put it, even the ghosts had moved out. Anthony, of course, disagrees, saying the building has a rustic charm, but that's all very well. He doesn't actually have to renovate the ruddy thing. And so an animus has developed between the two, an animus which I rather hope to dispel via the medium of narrowboat.
Hello?
Damo! Namaste, salam, shalom, and top of the morning.
Ah, hello, Ian. Detox going well?
I can honestly say, Damo, I have never felt better in my entire life. I've rid myself of burden. Alcohol, tobacco, gone. Wife that didn't understand me, or didn't want to understand me, or how did she put it? Understood me only too well, gone. Ditto caffeine, sugar, sweet corn.
Sweet corn?
I simply cannot digest the stuff. Don't get me started.
I wouldn't dream.
Now, I have news on the contract for your TV show. I noticed a couple of carelessly worded clauses and finessed a few ambiguous interpretations. So, hello, worldwide residuals.
Gosh, that is exciting. That's excellent news to be going on holiday with.
Holiday?
Yes, it's my birthday tomorrow and we're going away for a few days.
Of course. Happy birthday. Oh, where are you headed? Venice, Sardinia, the Barbados?
The Warwickshire Ring, actually. A narrowboat holiday. I did think about Italy, of course, but Marion can't fly in her condition.
Oh, Marion's going?
Yes.
Well, that's great. Very selfless of you to think of her, and all the extra stuff one needs to lug around for someone in that condition.
Oh, well, I'm sure Mr. Mullaney will be doing most
Mr. Mullaney, of course he'll be there. Naturally, what was I thinking, given that those two... well, I hope you have a lovely time, the 4 of you. Let's hook up when you're back and go out somewhere suitably classy to celebrate. My treat, and bring your parents.
Oh, Damien, I've bleached the upstairs 4 times now. It doesn't seem to make a shred of difference.
Anthony, I am on the phone.
Like it's painted on. Oh, sorry.
That's very kind of you, Ian. Although, to be honest, I should think I'll have seen enough of them for a little while after this trip.
Oh, your parents are going too. And naturally, they are.
Ian, I'm very glad you've rung, actually, because,
Oh, God, Ian, please.
I know it's short notice, but would you be free to join us? In fact, Anthony's in the background. Perhaps you could hear him positively insisting that I ask you to join us.
What?
Oh, God, Ian, please, he just shouted. He's been on at me for days to invite you, but you know me, always last minute.
Well, Damo, I have a very, very busy few days scheduled.
Oh, well, never mind.
So I'm going to tell Josephine to clear the diary right now. Let me know the where and when, and I'll be there. Ciao, Damo.
I think I'm with you now, not liking birthday surprises.
Oh, for goodness sake, what can I do?
You could not mention it. You could have just had a business conversation with the agent, kept some boundaries.
He has had a hard time recently.
He's going to turn the whole trip into one flew over the cuckoo's nest on water.
Look, Anthony, we have an early start tomorrow morning. Are you fully packed? You sure you don't need to slip in a little pinch of compassion for a fellow human being?
No, certainly. I'll put it in the first aid kit, next to the anti-pomposity spray. Oh no, we've run out of that.
Friday, April the 31st. The big day was upon us, and so Anthony and I loaded the Uno with as many provisions as I thought we'd need for 7 days meandering along the canals of the fabled Warwickshire Ring. We swung by to collect my parents, who had misheard and thought that we were going to see a performance of Wagner's Ring in Warwickshire, and yet still insisted on playing Ride of the Valkyries out at the cast area. Not altogether ideal, but it did bring a certain frisson to the journey when Anthony, casting about in the footwell for an errant travel suite, suddenly exceeded the speed limit by at least 8 miles per hour.
Ahoy there, is this the Warwickshire Ring narrowboats?
No, we just put the great big sign up there to confuse people. Yes. Mr. French, is it?
Trench, yes.
Come this way. Some of your people are on board already.
Really?
Morning!
Damien, Anthony! Kettle just boiling. Cup of tea?
Oh, no, Marion, don't get up. In your condition, you should relax.
I'm fine, Damien. I'm pregnant. I'm not dying.
Hello, Marion. Hello, Mr. Sam.
Anthony, how are you?
Fine, thanks. Yourself?
Grand. Tea?
Thank you.
Your mum and dad not with you?
They're in the car, packing up the Wagner CDs.
Well, I'm so sorry. I thought we were in good time.
No, we got here way early. I got a massive craving for chicken balti and pickles, so we came up last night and stayed over in Birmingham.
Here we are. Tea.
Anyone like a spoon of Marmite in theirs? Just me then. Oh, here they are.
Oh, hello, Marion. Oh, do get up. Not in your condition.
I'm fine.
This boat is tiny.
Oh, don't be silly, Dennis. This is just the little boat that'll take us out to the bigger boat.
What bigger boat? This is the boat.
What?
Don't you worry, missus. You'll soon get used to it. Just a matter of scrunching up your bones and pretending you're a hobbit. And you, sir,
Yep.
being especially tall, you might want to mind your head.
Yes, thank you. I will.
Now, just the paperwork to complete, and I can leave you to enjoy your holiday. Do you want to take out any extra insurance?
Extra insurance?
It's really not worth it, to be honest. Just gives us an extra 50 quid. Doesn't mean you're covered if the boat sinks or...
If it sinks?
Yeah, but not quite sure how one ever would sink it, short of it catching fire or getting torpedoed.
Torpedoed?
Yes, but that's highly unlikely. As far as I know, they cleared the last of the U-boats out of the canal years ago.
As far as you know?
Mr. Touchstone was, I think, just making another joke.
Perhaps if we played the Wagner loudly, it might appease them.
Oh, now that is a brilliant idea. Yeah, although I'm not, of course, in the business of appeasing Nazis, as you know.
No one
which
is
the
accusing
record
you of any
I
sort of collaboration, Mother.
Good.
What is the procedure in the event of a major emergency?
What, like running out of beer?
No. I mean, if we were to find ourselves in difficulties, do we have a ship-to-shore radio?
You don't have ship-to-shore radio, no, but you do have boat hooks. Anyway, you're never going to be more than 3 yards from the bank.
I see. So, do we have to notify the Coast Guards of our proposed route or anything?
No, your top speed is 7 miles an hour. You can go that way along the canal or that way along the canal. Can't go too far wrong.
Oh, nevertheless, I think that we should take out the full insurance.
Ahoy there, shipmates! Jim lad. Sorry I'm late. I decided to get here without being a slave to the sat-nav and Western concepts of time, and it's added 8 minutes 42 seconds to my ETA. Classic.
Mrs. T, do we have to have the music so loud?
It's to keep away the U-boats.
Yeah, I think you'll be all right, Mrs. Trench. I'm picking up nothing on the sonar.
I'll go. Oh, so we do have sonar. Well, that is a relief.
Yeah, why don't I show you to your cabin?
Oh, all right.
Oh dear, it's very choppy, isn't it? Oh, excuse me.
Oh, Dad, are you sure you're... What are you bringing up?
We've not even cast off yet.
Anthony,
Yes. Ow! Oh!
you really need to mind your head.
Thank you, Mr. Mullaney.
Dad, are you all right?
Yeah, do you mind if I rest on the bank for half an hour before we set off? I need to get my mind in the right place. Find my sea legs.
Soon we were all installed in our cosy berths, although Anthony insisted on dryly calling them cupboards, and then reconvened in the saloon to compare notes and suggestions for a rough plan of action and itinerary. It turned out that no one had bothered to consult the meticulous list of internet links and notes that I had spent considerable time preparing in advance. Livid at this lack of team spirit, I beamed a smile and repaired to the galley to cook. I'm sure I heard Anthony under his breath describing me as skulking off, but I did not give him the satisfaction of rising to the bait. First choice was, of course, a local traditional West Midlands dish, chicken balti.
For this, you will need 1 chicken, jointed, tomatoes, 6 of, natural yoghurt, pot of, hot water, splash of, and 4 onions, chopped. For the balti paste, you will need a slice of fresh tamarind, tomato puree, fresh chilli, grated ginger, crushed garlic, freshly ground cumin, coriander and nigella seeds, and, of course, a modest grating of fresh turmeric root. Grind with the pestle and mortar and add a dash of vinegar and a pinch of salt until you have a thick and fragrant paste. Then heat your karai or balti. Anthony?
Yes?
Would you mind fetching me the large karai, please? It's stowed in the aft starboard locker with the asparagus steamer, the fish kettle and the pie weights.
Oh, OK.
Anthony?
Yeah. Ah! Ouch! Ow!
Mind your head. While the karai heats, dice the onions and sweat them in a little oil or ghee. Then joint a chicken and brown it in the pan. Remove and cook the onions until brown and add the balti paste. Cook for a minute or two with a little water until mixed evenly. Return the chicken to the sauce and add tomatoes. When the tomatoes have reduced, add the yoghurt and simmer until the chicken is cooked through, 30 minutes or so depending on your preferred size of chicken chunk. Serve with basmati rice and a vegetable of your choice. Marion, it transpired, expressed a preference for chocolate buttons in place of the more traditional turmeric and asafoetida. Mr. Mullaney talked her down, thankfully, but she still insisted on sprinkling some onto her portion from a huge tub of the things that she kept in her bag, in her words, for such emergencies. After dinner, we moored up where we were for the night and set sail at dawn the next morning.
Saturday, May the 1st.
Sleep well, everyone?
Oh, no!
Oh, God. Oh, Dad, you can't sleep.
I couldn't sleep at all, Damien, actually. Is that why they call them berths? Because they're about as uncomfortable?
Oh, don't.
Luckily, I managed to sleep in a downward dog. Classic. It's like we're being slowly tortured.
All right, look, we probably just need to go for a walk. Loosen our limbs, stretch the legs. There's a pub 2 miles down the track.
Well, actually, I think I'll stay here. Ow! Ah! No, ow. On second thoughts, no, I'll come with...
I should stay here, too, really, and look after Dad. Oh, dear.
No, you can't be sat here on your birthday, Damien. No, I'll look after him.
Well, I think a hearty stroll to the pub will do me good, yes.
Marion, please, not in your condition.
Oh, stop mollycoddling me, Damien. I'm a pregnant woman, not a brandy snap.
I think a walk with a pint at the end of it and some deep-fried food might be just the thing.
Oh, lovely.
Now, I know you're not drinking now, Ian. I'm sure no one would be offended if you wanted to stay behind here to chant.
I can sit in a pub and not drink, Damo. I might be a recovering alcoholic, but I'm not a slave to my body's memories of its previous life. No. We're like the 7 musketeers, all for one and one for all. To the pub, mes braves. Au pub.
And so we left the narrowboat moored, and after a pleasant half-hour's stroll down the towpath, is there anything better than the English countryside in May? Freshly laundered sheets, perhaps? We strolled across the water meadows and reached the Pike and Angler, where we were met by the most horrifying sign known to the English pub-goer.
This pub is a child-friendly zone. Oh, dear.
Look at the menu. This isn't food. This is a facsimile of food.
Well, we're here now. Besides, they do a good pint of real ale.
How can you possibly know that?
Well, look over there. The barman's wearing a waistcoat.
Right, so that's 2 traditional Warwickshire Cajun chicken burgers, 1 traditional black country spaghetti carbonara with a side order of brown sauce. And jam.
Lovely, thank you.
And 2 regular traditional Forest of Arden tuna cheese bakes.
Yes, that'll do for us, Dennis.
And 1 traditional Warwickshire Lockkeeper's gluten-free vegetarian chow mein.
Lovely.
And nothing for you at all, sir?
No. Thank you.
You sure?
Damien, go on.
Okay, Ooh, spoiled for choice. I'll try the traditional Warwickshire Yorkshire pudding Mexicana, please.
Oh, lovely. Vegetarian or with chorizo?
With chorizo, please.
Well, I'll have to see if we have any of that, but will chorizo be all right if we don't?
Yes, of course. Oh, extra jalapenos, please.
Oh, extra jelly penis for the gentleman who looks extra hot already. All right. Lovely.
Almost as soon as we'd finished eating, it was time to leave, as it had started raining and the pub filled up with hyperactive children and their hyper-unattentive parents. The consensus was that we should call a taxi, and after half an hour, who should pull up in a people carrier but the man who'd rented us our narrowboat. I was bemoaning the lack of fresh food as he drove us back, and he mentioned that if we were looking for something truly fresh, then we should try fishing for crayfish. He could sell us some licences, he said, another of his son's money-making schemes, and fair play to him, I say, vive la revolution, and so on and so forth. So I bought a licence and 2 traps for £50, coincidentally the same price as the insurance. Perhaps the wheelers got stuck on his price gun, and he deposited us back at the narrowboat.
Right, everyone, it's birthday present time.
All right. Oh, really? You shouldn't have. Your presence alone is quite enough of a...
Yeah, right. This is from me and Sam.
Oh, thank you. Well, that is lovely paper.
Thank you. Sam chose it, actually.
Oh, a Kindle!
Oh. No.
Drag me into the 21st century, why don't you? Anthony will probably have to show me how to use it.
Yes. Yeah.
Right, who's next?
Well, this is from me and your father.
Oh, thank you, Mother. Where is he, by the way? Oh dear. Right.
Open it.
Oh well, it's a another Kindle. What a lovely reflection of how well you know me that you also got me a Kindle. How marvellous. Well, I'm sure it's very handy if the other one runs out of books.
Exactly.
Yes. OK, so Ian.
Yeah. I didn't have time to wrap it properly.
Well, it's in a very posh bag, Ian.
So I just popped in the posh bag. It's just another Kindle. Yeah.
Right.
And finally, Anthony.
Well, Damien, you know how you don't like surprises on your birthday.
It's another Kindle, isn't it?
Yes.
Brilliant. Thank you all very much. Thank you. I'm absolutely not embarrassed or disappointed because, as you know, I love reading books or digital versions of them. That's what Kindles are for, isn't it? Most people only have one Kindle if they're lucky, whereas I've got 4, so I must be my luck's been quadrupled over that of the ordinary bibliophile, or should I say ordinary tabletphile. So thank you all very much for your supremely coordinated effort. Now we've oh gosh, if you don't mind, I think I might go and try a spot of crayfishing.
I was not best pleased with the e-reader mix-up, but was mollified by the assurances that everyone had kept their receipts, and so I'd be able to take the Kindles back and exchange them for something I'd like, a dough hook perhaps, or a chafing dish, or some actual bloody books. Thankfully, it had stopped raining, so we cast off and headed down the canal while the evening light still held to a mooring which the boatman had assured me was a prime spot to catch American crayfish. So, with traps baited with tinned sardines, we went to bed early after a short but demanding day. Sunday, May the 2nd. Morning, Mr. Mullaney. You're up early?
Now, you can call me Sam, Mr. Trench.
Yes, I know. I just... well, perhaps it's because you're so tall and good at driving the boat. It doesn't seem right.
You wouldn't be just trying to keep some sort of social distance, just because your husband-to-be has been a bit of an arse over the whole housewine thing.
An arse? Well, that's a bit... No, of course not, Mr. Sam. Mr. Mullaney. That is entirely between the two of you, although I must confess I am rather embarrassed about it, because strictly entre nous, and I do mean strictly, I feel that he is rather more in the wrong than in the right.
Of course you are.
I do feel very awkward about this, Mr. Sam. Mr. Mullaney, I wanted this break to offer an opportunity to heal the whole thing, but he is being damned.
Don't worry, I'm happy to observe a truce for the time being. Sure, it'll all blow over sooner or later.
Well, that is very good of you to say, Mr. Sam, Mr. Mullaney.
Maybe it's best if we just do stick with Mr. Mullaney.
Yes, can we? Thank you. Right, well, let's see if we've had any luck with the crayfish.
Here, I'll lend you a hand.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, looks like you've nearly a dozen in there.
Ah, excellent. Well, we need to be sure to throw back any natives. We can only keep the American ones.
How do you tell them apart?
The American ones are louder, with more expensive dental work. Morning.
Oh, Ian,
morning.
You're also up early.
Best time for yoga, first thing, while the chi is fresh. So what are you planning to do with these little crayfish? Train them?
Train them?
Well, presumably they can do tricks or something, or what's the point of depriving them of their freedom?
They're a bullying invasive non-native species, Ian.
Yeah, but fortunately they taste delicious.
You intend to eat them?
Of course.
But you'd have to kill them?
Well, not necessarily, but I think that'd be safer.
A living creature? Are you sure you want that kind of karma on your conscience, Damo?
Karma on my... It won't affect my conscience at all, I am afraid, Ian.
But you're happily constructing a crayfish death row.
Well, Ian, I am a food writer. You represent me. I respect your veganism, and I have done ever since you decided to become one last Thursday, but I don't really see how you can object to me eating animals and still take commission from my work. Unless you'd rather not take commission from my work.
I see. Right. I don't know if I can cope with this. It's a bit aggressive, first thing. Certainly got my chakras jangling. Perhaps I'll walk down the towpath for a while and I'll join you later.
Ian, wait. Look, I'm sorry I snapped. Most unlike me. This whole event has been the very opposite of relaxing so far. Sleep deprivation has put me on an unusually short fuse.
Just need some space, that's all.
We're going to Knapsley Hall. That'll be spacious. It's a lovely big stately home. It's about 5 miles further along, where, I might add, they make renowned Eccles cakes.
Morning, Anthony.
Oh, and by the way, Damien, I forgive you, too.
For what?
For taking Mr. Mullaney's side in all this. Thin walls, hey.
Oh, dear.
Anthony, we're going to be passing the Central England Museum of Traditional Building in a little while. Don't you clearly remember how you were saying that you might like to tag along there with Mr. Mullaney and, talk about buildy stuff together?
And I suppose a little further along we'll pass the Museum of apparently hasty property acquisitions with a view to profitable refurbishment and resale, and you and Mr. Mullaney can then guilt-trip me into some kind of contrite recognition of incompetence.
Here now, Anthony, would you come on out of that? Why don't we just put that to one side for now? Forget about it till we're back at work, yeah?
It must rankle, though, Mr. Mullaney.
What's that, Mrs. Trench?
Damien told me the full story on the way to the pub.
Yeah, thank you, Mother. Good morning.
Oh, no, I do think you were a little impetuous, Anthony.
I see. So it is a conspiracy.
Mother, I told you all of that in the strictest confidence.
You'll be married soon, Damien. You can't have secrets from each other.
Right now, I'm off. Ian, wait for me. Ah! Ow!
Oh, please don't storm...
Ow!
You might want to watch out.
No, Anthony, mind you.
Are you sure you're all right?
I didn't get off this wretched canal boat.
It's a narrow boat?
Yes. Why get off the door? I need some air.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
What a beautiful day.
Hello.
Who wants coffee?
There's a man incapable of learning the lessons of history.
When we arrived at Knapsley Hall, Anthony and Ian were nowhere to be seen. Nevertheless, we spent a very pleasant few hours exploring the exquisitely preserved Jacobean mansion and walled gardens. And, of course, its renowned tea rooms, home to arguably the finest Eccles cake this country produces. Native to Lancashire, authentic Eccles cakes have also been made in Warwickshire since the early 19th century, when, according to legend, a band of religious dissenters with a sweet tooth were forced to flee south after eccentricities in the preparation of the cake mix prompted accusations of heresy and Jacobite sympathies. I ate several and then bought a whole bag for consumption later. I carried the bag, much as I imagine a bomb disposal expert carries a recently extricated fuse, with pride as well as prudence. We returned to the narrowboat and were greeted by a somewhat charged Ian and Anthony.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, Damien, Mr. Mullaney, I've been doing some thinking and I'm very sorry about this morning and about everything. It was my fault, because I see that now and I see everything now.
Are you okay, Anthony?
Yeah, fine.
Have you been drinking?
Yeah, just a couple. Just purged myself of the forage mushrooms Ian picked up on the way back.
You picked mushrooms and ate them without advice from a professional?
No, of course not. He bought them from an expert forager we met along the way, a fellow with a blue Mohican. He said they would help me think, and they did.
Oh God, where's Ian?
He's below. He's looking at the light on my mobile phone. Seems utterly fascinated by it. Well, we both were. There's so many colours, and you can touch. I'm going to look at those clouds properly, because in the sunset, look, Sam, I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I'm sorry. And I'm.
Yeah, you're all right.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh God, he's setting me off now.
Ow! Something's biting me!
Marion! I liberated the crayfish, Damo, to save you and this holiday from a big cloud of bad karma following us all the way around the ring to Digbeth Basin and back.
You released the crayfish? You didn't just leave them crawling around the boat, did you? Jesus!
Ian, you are an idiot. Oh, God. Is Marion all right?
She's a bruise on her leg about half the size the one Ian's going to have if I get a hold of him.
Look at the sunset. There's so many colours. Come on, we've got to get closer.
Anthony, wait, Anthony, and stop. Turn off the engine.
Oh, God, we're moving.
What is going on? For goodness sake.
Come here, my darlings. Let's get ourselves back in the water where we belong. Geronimo!
Oh, Damien! Why is the boat moving?
Mum! Anthony, you've just knocked my mother into the water.
Well, how was I supposed to know there was a door there?
There isn't a door there.
All right, look, don't panic. I've got the boat hook.
Don't worry, Janet. Mr. M's got the boat.
Mr. Mullaney, watch out with that. Oh, Dad! Dad, are you all right?
I'm sorry, I didn't see you there.
Oh, Mr. Mullaney, let's make up with a proper big hug.
Maybe later, Anthony. Let go! Anthony, you're going to knock us both.
Mr. Trench! The boat hook! Oh, God. Oh, God, I've got my hand on the tiller. What do I do?
Slow it down, Damien!
Look out for the tunnel! Oh, my God. Oh, God. Where's the ship-to-shore radio? The boat's getting away. Come back! Boat! Stop! Ahoy! Is there anything you can shout that makes a boat stop?
And so, as we flayed around in what turned out to be only about 4 foot of water, the narrowboat slowly disappeared into the tunnel, with our possessions, our food, our clothes, and my 4 Kindles on it. Without food, without phones, but within water, we were helpless, and the narrowboat just kept chugging slowly away to silence.
Oh, Ian, what the hell did you think you were doing?
I think I'm going to be sick.
I actually feel much better.
Releasing crayfish with a pregnant woman on board.
I was really trying to help.
Could we all just calm down?
Water's very, very pretty.
I can't swim.
Stand up then.
Anthony, I forgive you.
Poor Marion being surprised like that in her condition. Are you okay, Marion? Marion? Oh, my God. Marion? Marion?
Where is she?
Marion! Quiet! Everyone. Do you hear that?
And then, suddenly, through the early evening mist, came the sound of the chugging back towards us. Louder and louder it came, until there, out of the tunnel, proudly, heroically, like her namesake leading the French to victory in Delacroix's painting, came Marion, her hand firmly on the tiller of the narrowboat, steering it admirably for somebody in her position.
Oh,
Marion. Right.
I was downstairs attending to those bloody crayfish bites, and when I came up, everyone had disappeared. So I turned the boat around and came back to find you.
Oh, gosh, Marion, you are brilliant.
Now, I suggest someone phones a people carrier for the hospital. Anthony probably needs his head looking at. Ian needs his stomach pumped. Mr. and Mrs. Trench need drying off.
Quite right, Marion.
And while we're at the hospital, I might have a baby. I think my waters have broken.
Oh,
Marion.
Where's your bag?
Calm.
What a surprise. Happy birthday.
And it was a BBC Radio comedy production.